Ah, the 70s. Something that the millennials have no idea about, since they know little about history. 70s, a time of cultural and political upheaval with the end of the Vietnam War, Watergate, Nixon's resignation, peace between Israel and Egypt, Camp David Accords, and lots of great stuff in the culture. Great music, great movies. Many huge filmmakers got their start, great books. It was the rise and fall of the disco era, the rise of the heavy metal bands, the rise of the glam metal bands. It was so many great bands of the 80s got their start in the 70s. Punk rock had its day with the Sex Pistols, probably the greatest punk rock band of all time, and with the Ramones, probably the greatest American punk rock band of all time. And the movies. We can't forget Patton, greatest war movies of all time, directed by Francis Ford Coppola. We've got Jaws, Steven Spielberg's first huge summer blockbuster that made him the star director. We've got Saturday Night Fever that made John Travolta a movie star. We've got Rocky, Sylvester Stallone's iconic character in film. And we've got the fashion. Guys, if I ever hear anybody complain about 80s fashion, I'm going to show you all these pictures coming up, because I wouldn't be caught dead wearing any of that. None, not even the hairstyles. But the 70s is more than just what I'm talking about. For your generation, Y, Z's, and X, millennials, I'm going to tell you something. You all merely adopted Star Wars. We Generation Xers were born into it. This is our movie. This is our decade. We were kids. We sat in the audience when it opened and were wowed by it. You guys don't understand the connection we have to the three heroes, Han, Leia, and Luke. These were our posse. This is our gang. And we were the ones that first saw what the galaxy would be like, what George Lucas's vision would look like, and what it took to be a hero. It was a fairy tale, but it was a fairy tale created off of Western cultural ideas like the Greek myths and King Arthur and all the rest of that, and we filled the theaters. We were introduced to the Millennium Falcon, every bit of character in the movies as any of the human characters. We were introduced to what Lightspeed would look like. And we were introduced to Harrison Ford, probably the biggest movie star of all time, and became a legend. And no one was cooler than his character Han Solo. Smuggler, mercenary, pirate, gunfighter, who swept this lady, Carrie Fisher, Princess Leia, off her feet. And Princess Leia, she taught us we could be beautiful, wonderful leaders, warriors, and we could take care of our men. Luke Skywalker, played by Mark Hamill. Iconic, farm boy to hero, farm boy to Jedi Master. Discover of family secrets. Iconic scenes as the approach to the Death Star and the Millennium Falcon. The apprehension, rescuing Princess Leia from the Death Star. The first buddings of a romance between Han and Leia, which is one of my favorite parts of the whole first trilogy. And of course, we got introduced to Chewbacca the Wookiee, Han Solo's co-pilot, his partner, his best friend. He depended on Chewie for everything, and he trusted him the most. And we got introduced to the droids, C-3PO and R2-D2, every bit as iconic as anything else in the movie. Obi-Wan Kenobi, Ben Kenobi, Jedi Master, played by Sir Alec Guinness. Who's a bigger badass bad guy than Grand Moff Tarkin, played by Peter Cushing? Nobody. And of course, the most iconic character in the trilogy, Darth Vader. And George Lucas, who created the whole thing. I wonder, honestly, if he understood just how big it would be. We have the background, Carrie Fisher and Harrison Ford. That's a pretty interesting relationship, and if you ever want to read a good book, read her book, The Princess Diaries. Of course, Alec Guinness here in Tunisia, playing Obi-Wan Kenobi on the set with his director, George Lucas. I can't ever figure out why he didn't like his character, Obi-Wan. And of course, Lucas directing his two new stormtroopers on the Death Star. But there they are, the legends. Han, Leia, Luke, Chewie, Darth Vader. And the crowds just lined up. We ate this up. This movie took us to places we never thought we could ever go to, and introduced us to characters that were fascinating and wonderful. This is our story. And for you millennials, you'll never understand the relationship we have with these three characters, and this is why we love them so much. They were our street gang. We were their posse. we gave them a fan base. We loved them, and the movies would not be the same without Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and Mark Hamill. And the idea that it could be different, to me, is just ridiculous. And on the 40th anniversary, I can't think of a better way to celebrate the three, I think, greatest characters in film history, Han, Leia, and Luke, than to celebrate Star Wars as a Generation Xer who grew up with them as part of their gang. So on this 40th anniversary, I want to wish you all a happy 40th to Star Wars, and to Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and to Carrie Fisher, God bless her soul. Thank you for giving us this wonderful franchise, and to George Lucas, thank you for giving us this wonderful franchise as well. This is Steph. See you around the galaxy.